What's going on, y'all? Your boy Darius here, back with another video, and this time we have ourselves Echo pitch meeting. Love these pitch meetings. They're always fun, always hilarious, just to see them point out different stuff and flaws about the about a show or movie or whatever. And the Echo one should be interesting because I put my review up on Echo. I put my review up of Echo, and I'll link it in the description, put it in the video and everything. I had my thoughts on how it came so close to really being like good, as in terms of like what the Netflix shows would do. Like it was so close to being like, oh, this is, but it fell a little short, man. Fell a little short. I still enjoyed it mostly, but it definitely had its problems in the edit and everything like that. So we'll see what they have to say on Pitch Meeting. Go over there to Pitch Meeting, man, and subscribe to them. They put out great content, great work. And before we get into the video, though, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button on my channel, man. Join the cause, trying to get to 400 subscribers on the road to 500 and eventually 1,000, trying to get monetized, man. Help me get monetized. Hit that subscribe button and the like button, man. One of those likes. And without any further ado, let's get it. All right, let's get it, man.
So, you got some new content for me? Yes, sir, I do. The people demand their Marvel content. Yeah, they do. Well, less and less. Oh, well, I wrote some stuff anyway. Yeah, that's totally fine. So I'm thinking we do a show about Maya Lopez. Oh, interesting. And tell me something. Who is that? We introduced 736 new characters last year. She was in the Hawkeye show, a little. Also goes by Echo. You know, I think that does sound kind of familiar, and that works for me. Let's give her her own show. Amazing.
I know, right?
So a good chunk of
I don't
the
think
first
she needed one, but
episode is going to be kind of like an extended previously on segment.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what it was.
Really, a good chunk. Yeah, well, people are always complaining that it's hard to keep up with all the Marvel stuff. So
that is true.
A good chunk of the first episode is kind of previously on. That'll shut people up. I feel like there might be a nice middle ground. No, and during that whole backstory, man, I think it's a good opportunity to have Daredevil come in.
Yeah.
He's from She-Hulk. You know it, sir. They're going to have this big old fight scene, and sometimes it's going to look like they're hitting each other. Man, it's really going to help with marketing to have Daredevil.
I like this.
Show.
I like the
We're
fight
lean
scene.
into that heavily. Well, he's literally just in that one scene.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. Well, okay then.
He's supposed to be in it more.
In the show? Well, like 5 months after shooting Kingpin in the face at the end of Hawkeye, Maya's on the run and heads back to her hometown in Oklahoma. And what does she want to do there? Take over from Kingpin and become the Queen Pin from Oklahoma? Yes, and so since she's being followed
that is
by
interesting.
bad guys, she's putting her whole family at risk.
She is.
Man, what's she gonna do to protect them? Nothing. She doesn't seem to care about that.
Yeah, she's not a good person.
She's also gonna provoke the bad guys by planting some explosives on their cargo.
But I like it. It's depth, man. She's not a goody two shoes.
Explode anywhere and hurt a lot of innocent people. Yeah, she's a badass. Kinda messed up.
She's an anti-hero. She's like Punisher.
Badass. Oh, okay. So anyway, at a certain point, her and 2 of her family members are gonna get kidnapped by bad guys at the roller skating
hell yeah.
her uncle works at. And Maya's prosthetic leg is gonna come off and be taken by one of the captors. Yikes! How's she gonna get that back? They're gonna drop it next to her and leave her with it. Oh,
yeah, why did they do that?
Yeah, and it has a little knife in it, so she cuts herself loose. A very handy foot. And then she
Hey,
builds a
Joker had it.
gun complete with laser sight out of some scraps, which is a skill that she has. Oh, it is? Yeah, that's a skill
that was kind of...
she has. It says so right here.
Yeah, that was kind of random.
Kill a bunch of bad guys, but the final bad guys get a phone call and leave. Okay, the phone call is pretty scary. Just text me. Well, this phone call is especially scary because we're gonna find out that the Kingpin is still alive. What? How did he survive getting shot directly in the face?
Comics.
Dying. Oh, this guy's good. So he shows up and tells Maya, like,
Comics.
hey, I'm okay with you having shot me in the face, and I want you to come to New York, and I'll give you my
Come with me, Maya.
Well, that's what she wants, right? Yeah, but not like this, because she's mad at Kingpin. He had her father killed. Oh, right.
We still don't know why, do we?
She doesn't accept the offer. Nope, and so Kingpin gets so mad that he's going to attack this big event in town. What's the event? A powwow. Well,
Powwow.
wow. So he's got a bunch of bad guys there, and there's a guy with a rocket launcher. He's very scary. He's just going to blow up a powwow? Yeah. Blow up a powwow with the rocket. That seems to be what I've written here. And also he kidnaps Maya's cousin and grandma. But the whole family's going to fight back. Oh, they are? Yeah, even her comic relief cousin, Biscuits.
Biscuits!
Oh, that is funny. What's he going to do? He crushes like 12 men with a monster truck.
Yeah, they're probably dead.
God. And Maya's got to go up against the Kingpin. Well, that's going to be impossible. The guy's massive.
Yes, he
Actually,
is.
It's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, she has powers now, so she uses those and shares them with her cousin
Like, I
and
know
grandma. What are the powers?
the sharing
Lovely
part.
ones that do whatever I want. Nice, and so she kicks Fisk's butt.
She's the
Oh,
Avatar,
she's gonna
basically.
touch him with her glowy mind powers and make him confront his own
Yeah,
childhood
it's very
trauma.
random.
Oh. Yeah, so he cries and runs away.
Yeah, that
His
was stupid.
therapy
That
is
last
tight.
episode
And then
was
we're
not
gonna
it.
end this whole thing with a nice family barbecue and everybody's happy. So like a play on the Fast and Furious thing? No, just literally doing it.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Hey, we've got Daredevil and Kingpin to focus the marketing around. I say we make this TVMA sprinkle a little blood just for publicity's sake.
That's exactly what they
should
did.
Lure people into clicking. Do you
It
think it's
got me.
bad that we have to lure people now? It might not be.
Second lowest Rotten Tomato TV score. I mean, that...
Hi everybody, Ryan.
Honestly,
Jones
the
here.
Rotten
Thank you
Tomatoes
so much
thing,
for taking the time to watch this video. I know with everyone
it's not even
else's
that
schedules,
low
it
because,
can be
like,
hard to find the
generally...
time to sit down and watch something of this length. So thank you. And
I'll get to it in a
don't
bit.
forget to, wipe and wash your hands.
Yeah, so a few things, right? The whole, like, the Rotten Tomatoes score. Unlike the movies, right? Like, I don't put much stock into that for Marvel. Because if you go and look at all the Rotten Tomato scores for the MCU Disney Plus shows, despite the fact most of them have been mid at best, generally good reviews, like generally good scores. And the score for Echo is just in like the 70s, right? Matter of fact, let me go look at it. Let me go look it up right now while I'm doing this. I want to look it up right now because it's, even though it's the second lowest score, it's not even that. It's not even that. Echo Marvel Rotten Tomatoes score. And plus, right, they get much less reviews than the movies do, right? They get a whole lot less. Like, yeah, for the critics, 80 reviews, 71%. For the audience score, it was 61% with 2,500 plus ratings. So, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible, right? Like, it's still fresh. Like, if you look at even She-Hulk, I think even She-Hulk is higher than this, which is insane with how much people go on and on and on about how much they hate She-Hulk. Okay, the audience score is 32%. So that, all right, but for the critics, it's 77%. See what I mean? Like, it's just like, yeah, you kind of take it, yeah. Miss Marvel though is 98 and 80%. That's crazy. I mean, good for that show because I really loved it. It's still like much. Depending, I still haven't decided if I like Echo more than Miss Marvel. I think I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But Miss Marvel was really good. But thinking about some of the other stuff, you got the final episode of Echo. Like I said in my review, it was just they did the Marvel thing where they just go back into, hey, it's a superhero show. Forget all this other grounded stuff we were doing. They got to remind you that this is a superhero show. And like the powers, even though they were building up to the powers each episode, right, showing the ancestors, it still felt like they didn't focus on it as much as they should have in terms of her using the powers. Like I know she used some of them, like they did like little quick flashes to be like, oh yeah, you know she's a sharpshooter because of that one ancestor, the one light horseman or whatever thing. And then oh yeah, this one was super strong and she used that to like free her leg from the train. But it's just like they clearly did not go full power with her powers until the final episode. It's like they were afraid to commit, and then at the end they were just like, yeah, let's go commit. Let's just go full on with it. And then her grandmother and cousin getting the powers too. That was just, it was so silly. And then the healing thing, all we ever had for that was her grandma saying that her mom was a healer. And then they just said, yep, she can heal now. She can heal your trauma. It's just like, they couldn't get out of their own way. Overall, though, I still think it's one of the better Marvel Disney Plus shows. And I hope Daredevil Born Again, with the whole creative overhaul, the restart and everything, I hope they learn from their mistakes of the past. I keep saying that every time, but truly the fact that whatever they were doing with Born Again before, they stopped and said, this is not working, we got to overhaul this. think it's a good sign. Hopefully, moving on, they finally get television because they haven't thus far. Anyway, another great video from Pitch Meeting. Once again, go over to them, subscribe, and let me know what you guys thought. All right, let me know all that in the comments down below. Like the video, do all the YouTube algorithm stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.